It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up is Jordan Brooks. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Seahawks and the Bears. Coming up next.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins.
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 19 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down throw, it's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Chicago works their way back onto the... Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards. hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in. And so a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. Now Geno on 1st down. Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Smith on 1st down. That is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Short throw to Disley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Now Geno. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Geno. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 3rd and 2, Smith. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, Smith. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing is Smith. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Again, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the opening drive, 3rd quarter, and we'll see how this defense comes out of the locker room. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down right away up near midfield at the 47. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the third quarter. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give for Walker running right. And past the 30 down to about the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Smith. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing. So we're in the third quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Geno now to throw. And Walker has it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back. And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnes. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the... A big possession coming up here. This defense, they've been tested all game long. Now they'll look to protect this slim 4th quarter lead. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the court, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over 1st and 10. Start of the drive here, 4th quarter, and this defense looking for a stop. Smith's going to throw it. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Smith to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Smith. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Smith. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Here's Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Now it's Smith. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.